made 10, 15, 20 short films before he got the opportunity to make Moonlight. So never give up. Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. It's not easy. If it was easy, there'd be no Kerry Washington. If it was easy, there'd be no Taraji Henson, Pete Henson. If it were easy, there'd be no Octavia Spencer. But not only that, if it were easy, there'd be no Viola Davis. If it were easy, there'd be no Michael T. Williamson, no Stephen McKinley Henderson, no Russell Hornsby. If it were easy, there'd be no Denzel Washington. So, keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See you at work.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is April the 25th, 2018. You're in the studios of WLTT 1180 AM. The show is called No Covers, Straight Talk, No Chaser. I'm your host, Al Alameen, coming to you out of the port city of Wilmington, North Carolina, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12:30 to 1:30 with some commentary, with some enlightenment, with some encouragement, with some straight controversy, if you want to call it, but that's what we do. 910-765-0097 is the number, 910-765-0097. I got my Facebook family coming in on Facebook because they know I'm pissed off today. I'm gonna try to keep it. I don't know how I'm gonna get through today's show. Y'all work with me on Facebook, 910-765-0097. If you want to call in, call in. I'm on 2 Facebook channels right now. I'm on the Gospel Joy Facebook. I am on the No Covers Facebook as well. I just translate over. God, I got to. There's 2 things I want to deal with. First of all, let me deal with this. Let me deal with the Latino Fest, because I know when I get to the other one, I'm going hard. So let me get with the African American Latino Festival first. May the 5th, here at the radio station, we're having an African American Latino Festival. And this festival is important for a whole lot of different reasons. We have been disjointed. We have been so confused as a people. We've been disconnected. If you notice the radio station, we're playing Hispanic music in the morning. And it's important that we make this connection because you have to understand, I have a book that I'm dealing with right now. It's my Bible. And I'm going to encourage everyone to get it. It's called 1,001 Things Everyone Should Know About African American History. I've been going through it for the last year. I've been writing it. It's like my Bible. What I do is I go in and take those facts, and then I try to research history and document the actual facts of it. And so you have to realize that in the 1400s, the first slave came to Brazil. African American slavery didn't start in the United States; it started in Brazil, and then it transferred up. You know, that hurricane wave that comes through. That's how it operates. And so I want you all, my family, you all that support No Covers, I want you all to participate in this festival because it's very important. Diego, he is at the radio station. We're good brothers. We have a good relationship. He's bringing the Hispanic community. Radio station is going to bring the African American community, and the community. 2 communities need to join and meet, because you know the Hispanic vote and the Black vote can determine any election. And so we're having the first. You got to realize when this is. It's May the 5th, right before the primaries. So all the politicians going to be here that day. I want you to all to come out in full support and support what we're doing with this festival, because we're going to have Hispanic music, we're going to have African American music, we're going to have Hispanic food, African American food, we're going to have Hispanic vendors and African American vendors, all collapsing here at WLTI 1180 AM at the radio station. We have 3-4 parking lots. We'll be able to provide services for you. Come out and support that day. Okay, so I need you all. I need you hard. I need my family. I don't need us to be outnumbered. I need you hard that day. I need you. You know, I need you. Now, I'm going to try to articulate what I'm feeling, because I'm upset with my community. I'm upset with the country of what I saw happen to a young Black woman. I don't care. I got inboxes all day long. I don't care how she was dressed. I don't care the language that came out her mouth, because I know my daughter. When she feels offended, she's going to act like I act. Okay? I don't even care about supposedly, or quote unquote, I heard a quote today, so somebody inboxed me today and said, well, they had alcohol on purpose. I don't care about that. The only excuse that you would give me for dragging my young sister to the ground would be that she had a weapon and you feared for your life. You 3 white males, all you had to do was one get one arm and one get the other arm and escort her out the building. It was simple as that. I don't care how many MFs she called you. I'm not even concerned with that. Then I get my people on the other side and said, Daryl, you wasn't that active about the brothers over in Starbucks. No, I wasn't, because they handle their own business. I'm dealing with my sisters here. That's my daughter. That's my wife. And if Black men are not up in arms with this, I'm really thinking we lost, because I don't see y'all up in arms. I really don't. Forget what the news media is saying. I don't see you up in arms about this. This was similar to the same incident that I saw where a police officer dragged a Black woman in, I think it was Texas, and took her to the ground, and we said nothing. But the moment one of these Hollywood stars go show his penis to a woman, you know, it's all me too, me too, me too. No. No, this tilted the scale. I can't. I had a brother online tell me, he said I couldn't watch it. I couldn't, but I had to watch it over and over again because I wanted to try to find, you know, what was their excuse. I wanted to find what did she do that caused you, that she weighed about 130. I looked at her size, about 130. One could have got one arm, one could have got the arm and escorted out and put the handcuffs on and took on about a bit. No, you wanted to do that. So I'm going to keep it real today. I'm going to keep it real the same way I kept it real the other time. You wanted to do that. What you saw was a young female that was, going back to slavery days. It's all the way back to slavery days. This is what you wanted to do. You can say they can give me any excuse that they wanted to. You wanted to tack her to the ground. You wanted to take her down. You wanted to take her clothes off. You wanted to expose her. Because there's no reason to tell me that a man that sits about 5'10", he weighing about 250, 280. He couldn't figure a way to bring a black woman out of the building with another partner that's sitting here weighing, they about the same size. And you couldn't figure a way to bring her out of the building without incident, or you couldn't figure a way to bring her where you wouldn't have to abuse her. I don't care how much she was in your face. I don't care how much she was in the finger. I don't care how much conversation. I don't care about that. Because I know how we raised our children. So I'm gonna take the criticism for that. I'm gonna take the credit for that, if you want to call it. I'm gonna take the ownership of that, because I know if you get up in my daughter's face, she coming back at you, because she didn't came at me like that. So I know what my daughter gonna do. My daughter gonna come hard, because she was raised to come hard. She ain't got time for that. No. If she feel like she been some injustice been done, she coming straight for you. She coming straight hard. She gonna be popping gums. She gonna be smacking lips. She gonna be all up in your face. I know my daughter. So I'm gonna take ownership of that. That I will take ownership of. I will take ownership of the language that she spoke. If she call you 100 MFs, I'll take no problem. I, as a black male, will take ownership of that. We gotta raise them better. I take that. I'm gonna take that to the chest. I'm gonna take that to the hip. I'll take ownership of the alcohol that was even on. If they said it, I don't know for sure, but they said it has my alcohol on premise. I'm gonna take ownership of that too. But you took her down like you took Rodney King down, and I ain't going for that. That I'm not going to let. I'm not going to let silently go by. And you men that are letting this silently go by, I'm questioning your manhood. Today I'm questioning your manhood. I got a call online. I got a caller. You called. I'm sorry, I missed you. Call back in. I got a caller that called in. I'm sorry, I didn't look at the line. Yeah, I'm questioning your manhood. Call. I'm sorry, I missed your call. I got some callers that want to call in on this today, so just hit me back. I'm gonna make sure I watch it. Yeah, I'm questioning your manhood. If you allow this to happen, 910-765-0097. That's the number. I'm questioning our men, because see what happens is we as men have to understand. We as men have to step up. This situation, the Starbucks incident I already talked about that. I told you how I felt about that. You should have never went in there anyway, because I told you how I felt about that. You was trying to have a meeting at Starbucks, fine and well. It didn't go well. You went, you left. You got arrested. I got you on that. But this one here, there was 3 of them, and they were on her. To me, it looked like something from the slavery days. And if we can't see that, if we're gonna sit by blindly and say that's not what happened, Dawood, you need to. I got so many inboxes. You need to chill on that, because you don't know all the facts. And she was popping gums, or she shouldn't have went out dressed like that. I don't care how she was dressed. I've seen worse. I don't care if she had. I don't care. It gives you no. I don't care how she's dressed. It gives you no right to take her down like that. To pin her down on a young woman, to pin her down on the floor, to get on top of her, to express her private parts. Hit me back. I missed you, Khan. Come on, I got you. Come on, I got you. I missed you the first time. Just hit me back. That's a disgrace. That's a total disgrace, and we cannot allow that to happen to our young females, because if we do that, then we are saying our women have no value. And when I go through, as I started earlier with these books, 1001 Things Everyone Should Know About African American History, when I go through the New Jim Crow, when I go through Up in Slavery with Booker T. Washington, when I go to Slows, I got books here today, I brought them out, that I studied. When I go through the books of history, our black women have always been on the front line. They have always been there for us. They have always supported everything we do. They have always been the strength holder, the stronghold of the community. So there's no way we can allow our daughters. You're on the air with WLTT 1180 AM. How you doing? What's going on, brother? Come on, talk to me today. Come on, talk. Help me calm me down some kind of way. And for you all that's on the listening audience, I got my brother Kahan on today because I knew he was gonna call. Calm me down some kind of way because I can't. Go ahead. Okay. I got you. Okay. Now, I'm feeling you all day. I'm gonna tell you why I'm feeling you all day. I was in the car the other day. I talked about this on the air. I think I was in the car the other day with a taxi cab, Uber driver, and we were talking. And he caught my name, Dawood Elami. He said, "Why you Muslim, brother?" And I said, "Well, brother, I joined Muslim when I was about 23 years old back in the day." He said, "Well, he brought to my attention." He said, "Well, aren't you familiar with the Arab slave trade?" I said, "I am." I said, "But I've already brought myself into this knowledge, and this is what I've been into for years." I said, "So I roll with it." I said, "However, I criticized them on the African slave trade. I understand our punishment totally. I understand it, but God, how can I say it? It makes me past angry. See, I'm gonna tell you where I was the other night. When y'all saw me on Facebook, I'm gonna make it clear where I was. If I have some things that I'm still dealing with this system, okay? Meaning that this system still has a hold on me in some kind of way or form. I don't talk about it publicly, but there are certain legal matters that I don't talk about publicly that I've been dealing with over the last 4 or 5 years because this system found a way to target me about 4 years ago and caught me wrapped up in their system, and I haven't been able to break free of it. And I've been slowly working on those legal matters to free myself. But once I get free, because I'm almost there, because if I was free, I'd be in Alabama right now. I wouldn't be living in Wilmington. See, I don't understand. See, the only reason why I don't move and travel is because I can't. That's the only reason why I don't. Is because I can't. I have still dealing with a system that targeted me 2012 and caught me off guard. God knows my witness, I let my guard down. And I let my guard down in 2012. But if I was free, because I'm almost getting there, and he's slowly trying to keep me from getting free, I'd be in Alabama right now. They wouldn't have been in Alabama by themselves going to get that Waffle House. I've been in Alabama at the police station. Because the way they got her, the way they touched her, I have a daughter the same age. I have a daughter with the same mouth. I have a daughter that has the same beautiful appearance. And what I saw was rape. I saw rape. And I'm going to call it what I saw it. I saw 3 white males wanting to do what they wanted to do in private, publicly. And I'm upset because the national media spend it. And they keep focusing on the shooting at the Waffle House. They're not saying, see, most people don't realize the same week, the same time this is going on, this is Sunday night at 2:30, right? This incident happened on a Sunday night. about 2:30 in the morning. If we realize the same time that this incident happened in Alabama, there was a brother that was defending blacks and whites in Waffle House. You understand? It was the same day. That's why I'm so angry. And the way they spent it, nobody put that together. It was the same day. The same day that she was put to the ground, a black man stood up and protected the cashiers, the manager, the restaurant people. He didn't care whether it was black or white. A black man in America stood up and took an AK-47 weapon out of a man with the barrel hot. That's how he got burned. And he got shot himself in the arm. And he took it out of his hand and threw it across the counter. And they called him a national hero. And my sister over here in the same hour is getting pinned to the floor and being accosted and assaulted and raped by some white police officers. And this is the America I live in. Oh, good Lord, when I get free. That's why I text you last night. I said, yeah, me and you, let's roll. Because I'm almost there, brother. It's gonna take. I'm close to getting there. Hey, I got Lamont on the air there. Good afternoon, Lamont. Yeah, I'm almost there. And when I get there, I'm hitting the road. No, I'm not gonna let this go by. I've been in this struggle too long, man, to sit back and let this thing go. I'm hitting the road. I'll be in Alabama. I remember when Rodney King incident happened, and I just got to Wilmington. Most people don't know this. I don't know this, but I was there. I was on the streets in Wilmington, North Carolina. They had to take me off the streets because that's how we roll. I had a rope around my neck, and I threw it across a tree on Market Street. And I had a sign posted in front of me, and I said, how long will it take for us to listen? And people they were stopping the cars on Market Street, and the police had to come get me off Market Street because that's how we roll. That's how we've always rolled, man. We have to. So when I'm talking, because I saw your comment last night. When I'm talking, I'm not talking about military. I'm not talking. I know they got more guns than us. No, we got to stay in their face. We have to disrupt right now. Every city council meeting across the country needs to be disrupted and say, bring this to national attention. That's how we have to operate. We have to disrupt them. And I understand. I understand our time is coming. But you know why? And now this is my own take. This is my own take. You know why I think Yahweh hasn't intervened yet? Because we ain't stood up yet. See, he waiting on us. I was taught there is no mystery God. God don't have a certain hour and time that he's going to intervene in our behalf. He's going to intervene in our behalf when we get sick and tired and turn to him. And we ain't turned to him. And until we turn to him, where's my father going to help me unless I want to come back home to him? So that's my philosophy to that. I understand it's gonna come a time, but that time and hour we've been waiting on since 1914. It ain't here yet because we have not decided. You know what? We've had enough of this. And I believe once we've said we had enough of this, oh man, this. Do you know? I'm glad you got you on the phone. Do you know? And I see some other folks is turning in. I got Terrence, I got King Joey in, I got Lamont in, and I know we all come from different backgrounds. Do you know what would happen if all of us decided we're going to leave the particulars of our ideology out and join hands together? Hebrews, Muslims, Christians, nationalists, Black Panthers, Black Lives Matter, Me Too, and whatever group other group you want to put into. Do you know what would happen if we all say, you know what? I don't agree with you 100%, but I agree with you 90%. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the other 10% and put that to the curve. If we just did that and we came together with I wrote something the other night. I said black folks need a coach. I said we need a coach. Black folks in America need a coach. And the coach job is to blend all of these ideas together. Because as long as we stay separated, that's where they got us at. I got a group over here, I got a group over here, I got a group over here, got a group over here, got a group over here, got a group over here. But we all run the same race, but we separated. If we all came together up under a coach that say, you know what? Hey, that's my Hebrew brother. Hey, that's my Islamic brother. Hey, that's my Black Panther brother. Hey, that's my Christian brother. See, a lot of folks don't understand why I'm at WLT 11. I'm here because but I've watched Pastor Utley over Bishop Utley over the years. I've had disagreements, and many of us know we've had our disagreements and agreements, but he's always been on the point toward putting ideas out here for the Black community. So I had to humble myself and say, you know what, brother, good. I can work with brother because we might not agree theologically, but we can agree on the course of direction for our people. And that's what's important today. So I'm hoping more people tune in. I think I got another caller call in. Let me get this other caller. Yes, you on WLT. Hello? Yes, caller, if I miss you, I had another caller call in and I missed you. If you don't call back in at 910-765-0097. Just discussing today. I see some folks online have some Terrence, how you doing? King Joey. Yeah, King, that's the problem. And so that's what I'm promoting. Because see, this issue here with this particular sister, we shouldn't be divided over. It shouldn't be a division over what time it is, when we're gonna come, when we're gonna rise. No, we gotta keep it on the forefront. We gotta march on this. We gotta talk. Now, when I say march on this, I'm not talking about going to the streets marching. I'm not one to march for. No problem, Kahan. We all got a job to do. Kahan had to call me back and say he was on the plantation. We trying to get you off that plantation. Perfect example. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Perfect example. Kahan is on the plantation. No reason. There is no reason that brother should be on the plantation. And I'm gonna say this because he always know I talk about him on the air. This brother is the only licensed Black gun dealer in southeastern North Carolina. I researched it. He's the only brother licensed to buy guns. He's the only brother that all we got to do is chip some cash together. Because I asked from people before about this. Just get some money together and help the brother go take the class so he can teach and give classes on women and men how to properly own a gun. He could do that. He's the only brother that we have qualified to build a firing range, which we need. Yeah, we need a firing range, African American owned. We can help him do that. And so I've been promoting him because I want to help him do that so he can get off the plantation. Because we buy guns and they buy guns. So why not buy guns from somebody that look like us? And why not go to a firing range that we own? So, hey, Kahan, I'm trying to help you, brother. We're gonna get you off that plantation. Because once he get off the plantation, we all can get off the plantation. I'm on the plantation myself. I just happen to be on a different color plantation. I have to go to work at night, like everybody else. I do this in the daytime, but I have to go to work at night. But we all know. Back to my sister. I'm gonna tell you what I saw that upset me. I saw Black men against Black women, and I don't like that. And what I mean by that is, what I've sensed is, and I got my brothers in my crew, a No Covers crew that I roll with. They roll with me. We roll hard. My No Covers crew. I'm not talking about you all because I know y'all on the front line. I just watch other people. I had to give a shout out to my brother Kevin Spears. Kevin Spears chimed in on the post that I posted, and he came back and he was as frustrated as me. And I felt that. I felt his anger because it was like, we're not addressing this issue. Here is a young female that was dragged to the ground and that could have been our daughter. But what I saw was a lot of men was reluctant to say anything because number one of her dress, and number two of her mouth. Now, we got some sassy sisters. That's just straight up. We've raised some sassy daughters. That's just straight up. That's just how they roll nowadays. And so when I saw the language and I saw the attitude that was being portrayed, I already accepted it as what it was. When someone from another ethnic group sees it, they see it as sassy, or they see it as being smart. And so they angered. It was anger in those males to be talked to in that kind of way. I ain't nobody talk to me like that. No woman talk to me like that. Because you can see, you can feel it. What he wanted to do was he wanted to pop her in the mouth. That's what he wanted to do. Like many men do. Like many black men do. But that's not the answer. She's just been raised in an environment and in a society that we created. We got to take the hilt for that. This is we have to, men, we have to take the hilt for that because we have not developed our daughters, because many of us have not been home with our daughters. Let's just keep it real. A lot of our daughters been raised by another man. A lot of our daughters been raised by their mothers without a man. Let's just be real. So a lot of our women, a lot of our young black daughters do not know how to respect a man because they haven't had a father in the house to respect. So when you see them with their attitude, when you see them with their language, understand where that comes from. That's our fault as a male community. A lot of these women operate the way they operate because they don't know what a strong man look like. They ain't seen one in the house because we ain't been there. We've been everywhere where we shouldn't have been. And so they sitting there saying, okay, where daddy? I don't know what daddy look like. I don't know what a man look like. So when you see a female, this is not always the case, but when you see a female that's very vocal, very sounding off, operating the way she operates, especially when it comes to men and she don't respect authority over her, she never had any authority over her other than her mother. And the mother, 9 times out of 10, becomes a friendship relationship versus an authoritarian relationship, because the mother is without husband. I'm just keeping it real today, y'all. I'm pointing out the facts. You can take it or leave it, but it is what it is. And so a lot of our women end up with what we call sass, mouth. I'm giving you the historical fact of where it comes from. We created that. When the men left the household, when the men did not raise their daughters, when the men did not decide, under no circumstances, I'm not going to be in this house and raise my daughter. These daughters are being raised uncontrollable. And so they pop off on the lip. Yeah. This historical, I can prove this historically. I've written about it. I know what I'm talking about. That's where it comes from. They don't have a relationship where it becomes hate and they stop talking. They're gonna keep talking, they're gonna keep talking, they're gonna keep talking, because that's how they're operating in the home, because they haven't had a male in the home that they can respect. So a lot of times they don't respect you as a man. Yes, this is reality, folks. This is our community. I hate to put it on display like this on public air, but it is what it is. This is the community that we live in. This is the community that we have created. And so we can't take a blind eye and say, well, I don't know how. We have to take responsibility for what we created and deal with it. So I see my daughter. When I look at that video, I see my daughter. I ain't going to call her name out because she'll get mad if I do. And then she'll sass at me and we get in trouble again. But I see my daughter, and you all that know my daughter, know my daughter. That's my daughter. And she will snap at you in a minute. You come at her the wrong way. She's just like her father. She's snapping. She's gonna straighten you out. She's gonna give you a peace of mind. And she's opinionated. She has her own mind and her own thought process. And you're not gonna interrupt that and interrupt her speech when she's talking. So I go back to this thing that we got to have male training, sensitivity training. That ain't gonna work. No, you just don't put your hands on her. Man, the more I watched that video, one could have got on one side and one could have got on the other side, and they just could have grabbed her shoulder and eased her out the building, took her to the car, and if you wanted to arrest her, put the cuffs on her and took her in. You could have did it easily. Easily. The same way you handle those men. And see, y'all don't see that. Y'all ain't looking at the comparison. You ain't go at them brothers in Starbucks like that. They was negotiating. This is what making me so upset, because I'm looking at the two incidents and I'm like, okay, so now in Starbucks, you was trying to get out of there with no conflict. So you dealing with two brothers at Starbucks, you know, you 3 police officers. Man, we need to get out of here the best way we can. Let's just talk to them. They was talking back and forth. They was communicating back and forth. They had, I watched the video. It was a 6-minute video. They was come on, man. Let's go. I'm going to take you to the office. I'm going to let you go. I know what they said. We're going to take you to the police office and let you go. 910-765-0097. But when it came to my sister, when it came to my two sisters, that, yeah, I'm pretty sure they said some cruel words, especially because you can listen to the language. I watched the girl's Instagram page. She said, yeah, and we had to straighten one of them out. I already knew right away what that meant. She went ham. You all know what that language meant. You are, Nicole, anytime. Tell my brother Reg peace. Anytime. Y'all already, when she said, yeah, there was another. You can listen to the language of her statement when she said there was another girl over there and she ain't had nothing to do with the conversation and we straightened her out. I already knew what that meant. That meant she threw the hair back, she threw the hand in the face, and she went ham. That's my sister. I know what she did. That's my daughter. I know what she did. She went ham, and she went. She used every language in the world. Yeah, she used some Spanish, French, German, Chinese, Japanese if she had it. And she used every curse word that she had in her vernacular. I know she did that. I don't doubt that at all. But you put your hands on her. You took her to the ground. You stripped her clothes off of her. Not for her language, because you wasn't there to hear it. Ha! You wasn't there to hear it. You was going on what someone else said and reported in. You wasn't there to hear it. Only thing you saw was the attitude that she was confronting you with. You wasn't there to hear what she was doing prior to that. And so you took an opportunity to drag my young sister to the ground, take her clothes off, and don't tell them what you would have done in a police car late at night if you had her by yourself. Perverted fool. I'm going to call you what you are. I'm sorry. That's what you are. You're perverted. I'm just calling what it is. I'm going to protect the dignity of our sisters, like every other community is. You don't go disrespect no Chinese woman. You don't go disrespect no Latino. We have Latino festival. You go disrespect the Latino community if you want to. You lost your mind. You ain't disrespect. You're not gonna but see, you still caught up in that slave mentality from slavery days when you used to go down to the cabin at night and disrespect her and think this allowed today. No, it's not allowed. Good Lord, when I get free. It ain't allowed today. That ain't allowed. You still caught up in those days when it was allowed. That's not allowed no more. No, you can't do that. We have to stand, men, and protect our community the same way others conduct their community. You're not going to come in their community any kind of way and disrespect. There's a surah in the Quran that says, guard the womb that bore you. That's why I don't use the B word. It's not a word I use. You will never hear the B word come out my vernacular. I don't use that word. Because that's my mother, that's my sister, that's my child, that's my daughter. You'll never hear me use that word. I was in a conversation the other day, and a young man came in the office, and he was beat this and beat. And I didn't want to just. It was in a meeting, and he was talking. It was beep, and this beat this and this beat that. I didn't want to embarrass him in front of everybody in the audience. So I didn't correct him there because I know he went to take it right. So I took him to the side. I took him around the corner. Let me talk to you for a second. I said, bro, please do not ever come back in the presence of me and use that word again. Because the next time you do it, I'm going to discipline you right in front of the folks that you said it in. I had to have that conversation with him. Do not ever come in front of me and use that word. When you're talking about my daughters of this land. No. We as men have to make a point to stand up and make sure that we protect our community. I don't talk about all communities, because I see other communities do that. They do a very good job of it. Delethea, I feel you today. You know, that's my sister on the mic. Delethea is also on the air. You can catch her show. I think Delethea's show is on Friday. If it's on Friday, punch it in so they'll know. Michael, I see you. But Delethea, punch in your show. And I appreciate your comments that you put on the page as well, because you were talking about that as well. It goes down to what we're going to allow. And so I guess because, and I'm going to go back to this again, as I was talking to the caller on air. I may be mistaken. So somebody check me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, this incident happened on the same night, or if not the night after, because I know they coincided, but I think it was on the same night, a Sunday night, that this incident happened in Alabama, that the brother was protecting the folks in the restaurant at the other Waffle House. I think it's the same night. That's not coincidental for us. You know, we're being challenged on what we're going to do. We're being challenged on how we're going to handle the situation. We're being challenged today. And if we don't respond to the challenge, we men don't respond to the challenge. Don't expect our women to respect us at all. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to keep on top of this case. I don't know what's going to happen to it. I reached out to the family in Alabama. I'm trying to find out who the young lady was. I'm trying to find out who the family was. Because if we men don't stand up, then do not expect our sisters, do not expect our daughters, do not expect our mothers to respect us at all. If we're going to allow our young women to be mistreated in this manner, worse than Rodney King. To me, this was worse than a Rodney King beating, because her private parts were exposed. Her womanhood was exposed to the public. That's worse than a whooping, to me. That's a scar that she would have to live with. That you men don't understand what I'm saying. She will have to live with that scar for the rest of her life. She's scarred that 3 white males drug her to the ground. That's a mental scar that she will have to deal with, and pulled her clothes off her in the process. Y'all didn't hear me today. Y'all didn't hear Robert hear me. Y'all didn't hear me today. Y'all didn't hear me today. That's a mental scar that she will have to live with the rest of her life. So the same way we raise money for the funds of the victims of the Waffle House shooting, we need to raise money for this sister because she's got a mental scar she's going to live with the rest of her life. And that's why I reached out to the family. I'm trying to find a family in Alabama so we can do a GoFundMe or whatever to help the sister get in school or get in college to further her life, because she's dealing with a mental scar, because she was abused. And I'm going to call it what it was. It was straight up abuse. And if we don't see it, I'm sorry. I'm going to bring attention to it as long as I got a mic here, as long as I got a Facebook page, as long as I got a YouTube page, as long as I got a Twitter page, as long as I got an Instagram page. You can go to nocovers.com and get all of them, and you can guarantee you I'm going to be talking about the same thing on all 5 of them. I appreciate you all for bearing with me today. Letha, I hear you too. I appreciate y'all patience today. Rounding off April the 1 through 30th is our registration. We have the festival here. We have the you can come to the radio station and get your tables. It's called the African American and Latino Unity Festival. I need your support, people. This is a very important event. We've been putting a lot of work into it, a lot of muscle behind it. I want to see 1,000 people on Dawson Street. I'm telling you what I want. Now I reach for the star. Y'all know me. But I want to see 1,000 people on Dawson Street that day. We talking about African American Latino. I mean, go back into the history. In 14, let me give you the exact date. 1481, the Pope gave the papal bulls for them to build the Portuguese to build the forts. And from 1481 on, slaves were first sent to Brazil, and then they further came up from Brazil up eventually into America. So a lot of us think slavery started in America. It didn't. It started in South America first. And so they tried the Indians in South America and they wouldn't work. So they brought the Africans in. There's a good movie out right now that I want y'all to go watch called Pelé. Most people do not realize that Pelé, when he was on the soccer field, he was practicing a old South African martial art, old African martial art style that was transferred into soccer because they had to disguise it because it was outlawed in Brazil. That's how he became the world's famous soccer player. The Brazilian slaves ran to the jungles, and when they ran to the jungles, they took on a martial art style of defense. And his whole soccer style is that bouncing, that's martial arts, because that's how they defended themselves. It's a lot of history there, a lot of history. So when we talk about African American Latino and the connection that we have to build, that's why we're doing this. This is the first annual. We're planning on doing this every year because we're going to build this African American Latino connection, this community. Because we in Wilmington, North Carolina, think about it. Put the African American vote with the Latino vote. Boy, we got some voters. Come on now. Come on, work with me now. Put the African American vote with the Latino vote, and pow, we got some power. We can control the election, so everybody got to come deal with us. Come on, walk with me now. Walk with me. I appreciate it. I love y'all today. I appreciate y'all comments. I appreciate my callers that called in. I love y'all always. Come back Friday. We're talking Healthy Living Friday at No Cover, Straight Talk No Chaser. And Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, every time here at WLTT 1180 AM. Thank you all. Appreciate you all. Love you all. And keep running it always. Matter of fact, I forgot to tell y'all the hat's in. No covers. Keep running. Get you one.